Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing an important topic, which is selling a home in Maryland if you're going through a divorce. This video is based entirely on research and does not in any way reflect my personal opinion. With that being said, let's dive into the video. Now, first thing, in Maryland, the marital home is typically considered marital property, meaning it's subject to division during a divorce. Maryland is an equitable distribution state, which means property is divided in a way that's deemed fair by the court, though not necessarily equal. If both parties agree to sell the home, the process can move forward smoothly. But if there's disagreement, the court may intervene to determine how the proceeds from the sale will be divided. The first step is having a marital settlement agreement or a court order that outlines how the home will be sold and how the proceeds will be split. It's important to have this agreement in place before listing the home to avoid any complications later in the process. If you and your spouse cannot come to an agreement, the court may order the sale and ensure the division of the proceeds is handled according to Maryland law. Now, ownership of the home is an important consideration when selling during a divorce. If both spouses are listed on the deed, both must agree to sell the property and sign off on the necessary documents, including the listing agreement and the deed at closing. This can lead to delays if one spouse does not cooperate. If the home is only in one spouse's name, the other spouse may still have a financial interest in the property if it's considered marital property. In these cases, the spouse who isn't on the deed may still be entitled to a portion of the proceeds. Understanding who holds the legal title to the home is key in determining how the sale will proceed and how the funds will be distributed. Sometimes one spouse may be allowed to remain in the home until the divorce is finalized, particularly if there are children involved. This can affect the timing of the sale, as the court may delay the sale until other living arrangements are made. In Maryland, the proceeds from the sale of a home are typically divided based on terms of the marital settlement agreement or the court's decision. The proceeds are the amount left after paying off any mortgage balance, closing costs, and other debts associated with the property. These funds are then divided between the spouses according to the settlement. If you and your spouse are unable to agree on how to split the proceeds, the court will make that determination. In some cases, the court may order that the proceeds be placed in an escrow account until the divorce is finalized. This ensures that the funds are available for distribution once all financial and legal matters have been resolved. It's also important to consider the potential tax implications when dividing the proceeds. If the home has appreciated significantly in value, capital gains taxes may apply depending on how long the home has been owned and other factors. A tax professional can provide guidance on any potential liabilities related to the sale. Next, let's talk about the actual listing of the home. Preparing the home for sale during a divorce requires cooperation between both parties. You'll need to decide how the task involved in preparing the home will be divided. This can include cleaning, repairs, and staging the home for potential buyers. Start by addressing any necessary repairs or improvements that could impact the home's value or appeal. This might include fixing minor cosmetic issues, updating outdated fixtures, or even landscaping. Preparing the home thoroughly can help it sell faster and for a better price, which benefits both spouses. If both parties are still living in the home, it's important to keep the property clean and presentable for showings. If neither party is living in the home, consider hiring a professional stager to help make the property look its best. Staging can have a positive impact on the sale and help the home stand out in the Maryland real estate market. Next, selecting the right real estate agent is crucial when selling a home during a divorce. It's generally best for both parties to agree on one agent who can remain neutral throughout the entire process. Now, this agent should have experience in handling sales involving divorce, as these situations can be sensitive and require careful communication. In some cases, both spouses may want separate representation, and while this is possible, it can complicate the sale process and add additional cost. Most couples find it easier to work with one agent who can facilitate the sale in a way that meets both parties' needs. Make sure the agent is able to communicate with both parties clearly and remains professional throughout the entire sale. Next, setting the right price is key to selling the home quickly and efficiently. In Maryland, the real estate market varies depending on the region, so working with your real estate agent to determine the best price is important. Your agent will conduct a comparative market analysis, aka CMA, to evaluate the home's value based on recent sales of similar properties in the area. It is important that both spouses agree on the listing price. Setting an appropriate price helps the home sell in a reasonable amount of time without sitting on the market for too long. If one spouse is pushing for a higher price while the other is aiming for a quicker sale, it's important to find compromise that takes into account the current market conditions and financial goals of both parties. Once the home is ready for sale, the marketing strategy is the next step. Your real estate agent will be responsible for developing a plan that includes online listings, professional photography, and possibly virtual tours. Marketing the home effectively will help attract potential buyers. In Maryland's real estate market, competition can vary depending on the location. For example, homes in more urban areas such as Baltimore or Annapolis may require a different marketing approach than homes in rural areas. Be sure to discuss the marketing strategy with your agent to ensure that the home reaches the right buyers and stands out in the competitive market. When offers do start coming in, both spouses will need to review them and agree on how to proceed. The real estate agent will help evaluate the offers, taking into consideration the price, contingencies, and timeline. It's important that both spouses are involved in the decision-making process to avoid any potential conflicts. Negotiating during a divorce can be challenging, but it's important to keep the focus on reaching an agreement that benefits both parties. If there are disagreements, the real estate agent can assist in facilitating discussions and ensuring that the negotiation process remains smooth and professional. Now, after an offer is accepted, the final step is closing the sale. In Maryland, the closing process involves reviewing and signing legal documents, completing any inspections or appraisals, and finalizing the sale. Both spouses will need to sign the closing documents unless one spouse has been awarded sole ownership of the home. Once the sale is complete, the proceeds will be distributed according to the settlement agreement or court order, and any remaining financial obligations such as mortgage payments or outstanding property taxes will need to be addressed before the proceeds are divided. Ensuring that all the legal and financial details are handled properly is critical to completing the sale without complications. In conclusion, selling your home during a divorce in Maryland involves careful planning, legal considerations, and coordination. If you're considering the sale of your home, be sure to download the free home seller's guide on my website, and of course, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. My contact information is in the description below. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you on the next one.